Everybody, welcome. We appreciate you coming up to the new For Life wind tunnel this morning. We're going to test it for the first time. So happy to have all of you here. You know, 15 years ago, this company began in David and Bianca Lisenby's living room. And this is where we've come to today. We have offices in 22 countries around the world. We have our incredible distributors selling products in we don't know how many countries, but we think it's somewhere over 60, and we're very, very happy to see what's happened. We are one of the top 50 direct selling companies in the world now. Amazing things have happened since 1998. Today, we officially open this building as the beginning of our year of 15th anniversary celebrations. And it's so exciting for us, and we are so happy to have all of you here in attendance today. Mayor Dolan told me that he arranged it so it did not rain, and that was a good thing. We appreciate that since he's in charge of Sandy. I really want to recognize everybody who's here personally today, but I think it will take too long, and since it's so cold, we won't do that right now. But I do want to recognize several people. We are sincerely grateful to have the Honorable Orrin Hatch, United States Senator, here with us today. Along with the Honorable Jim Matheson, Congressman from the 2nd District for the state of Utah. And Assistant Attorney General John Swallow is with us today. Along with the gentleman who's kept it from raining on us, Sandy's Mayor Tom Dolan. We are also very, very grateful to have a number of our top For Life distributors here. They are the people who are making this company happen around the world and are really responsible for every brick and all the mortar in this building. We appreciate having them there, and I would like to introduce a number of them. We have several here, but I would like this today to introduce our Platinum International Diamonds and Gold International Diamonds who are with us. From Puerto Rico, Dr. Herminio Nevárez and Yadira Olivo. From California, Platinum International Diamond, Gabriela Daughtrey, whose husband is away on business trip right now building their For Life business. It's not your papers, it's mine. From California also, Platinum International Diamond, Bonnie Taylor. From Kentucky, which happens to be in the United States, Gold International Diamond, Dr. Robert Robertson, Jr. From California, Barbara Wagner. From California, also Gold International Diamonds, Kurt and Melanie Kuhn. California is starting to sound like a theme. From California, Gold International Diamond, Kim Ferguson. From Florida, Gold International Diamonds, Noel, Albelo, and Sandra Jimenez. From California, Gold International Diamond, Julio Rodriguez. And we are grateful for all of the other For Life distributors who are with us today. Certainly we are grateful that there are so many members of the For Life home office team with us today. We have so many employees here, and it's great to have them with us. None of us would be here if it weren't for the efforts of our founders, David and Bianca Lisenby. We're so grateful to have you here with us today. None of us would be here without you. I also want to acknowledge our president, Steve Tu, whose day-to-day leadership keeps everything rolling as he works with David and Bianca and the rest of the team here at 4Life. Steve's wife, Sherma's here. I understand she has written a great speech for him. Steve has been the president since 2002 and has directed us worldwide as we have grown and done so many things. He's fabulous working with distributors as well as employees and the other people that we work with. He, along with David, are not only recognized in our company, but recognized throughout the industry for the accomplishments that they have made. We appreciate them so much. And Steve, I would like to turn the podium and the wind over to you.
Well, thanks, Mark. I certainly appreciate the opportunity of being able to be here today with each one of you, and we appreciate the tremendous effort you made to brave the cold and come join us today. It's really an honor to be able to have many of our friends and those individuals who have been a big part of us being able to celebrate this building ribbon cutting today. You know, as I've been thinking about, and I should mention, by the way, that this video, or excuse me, these proceedings are being transmitted and streamed all around the world to 22 different countries where we have all of our international offices, so that all 650 4Life employees around the world can have a chance to see this live and participate live. And we'll also be sharing this with the thousands of distributors we have around the world. But I've been thinking as we've been approaching this date of having this ribbon cutting about some of the historic moments in 4Life's history that have enabled us to be able to be here today. And I thought back on some of those moments as they are very significant in thinking about the opportunity we have of being able to be a part of 4Life and having been able to accomplish what we've accomplished. And the first thing that obviously comes to mind is what Mark alluded to, and that is early on, 1997, when David and Bianca Lisenby sat down in their living room and talked about the opportunity of being able to start a company. But not only an opportunity, but all the challenges and difficulties that they would experience. Yet not being afraid and being willing to take that step to put their personal assets on the line, to mortgage their home, and to enable this company to start so that we could have the opportunity to take Transfer Factory to the world and to fulfill our mission of together building people. I think of the opportunity that we had of having Dr. Robertson back in the very beginnings of 4Life fly from Kentucky to come to the home of the Lisenbys and listen a little bit about Transfer Factor, to hear about the vision that the Lisenbys shared with him, and to have him partner up with the Lisenbys in being a significant resource and asset in being able to get this company started. I think about the opportunity that we had to have not only Dr. Herminio Nevárez and Yadira Olivo, but also we also have Dave and Gabriela Daughtrey. We have the 7 or 8 Platinum International Diamonds from all around the world that were willing to put their name on a 4Life application back in those early days when it appeared to many that 4Life didn't have a whole lot to offer. I think about the tremendous commitment that all the thousands of distributors around the world have had in helping 4Life to build this company, as they have put their reputation and their credibility on the line to be a part of the mission and the vision that we have here at 4Life. I think about the fact that back in 2001, I believe it was, David and I were sitting in his office in the building next door, talking about making the most significant investment in the history of 4Life at that time in being able to invest in opening an office in the country of Japan. And I think about the risk that that was and the concern that I had as we talked about opening an office for the very first time in the country of Japan that was very expensive and was going to be a major significant financial resource drain on the company, yet had a lot of upside. And we moved forward with that and were able to open the country of Japan and see so much more unfold as a result of that initial investment. But as I've thought about those historic moments, I've thought about what they mean to us today and what they've given to us today. You know, today, 4Life is not just another direct selling company. It's a company that's been in business for 14 years. We're beginning to celebrate our 15th year of being in business. And we're going to be able to have the opportunity today of dedicating this building that will be able to serve and support the affairs of the distributors all around the world. This company has been able to grow for 14 straight years, year after year, and not just by small amounts, but to experience significant and major growth year after year. We've been able to touch the lives of hundreds of thousands of distributors and customers all around the world as they've been able to benefit from our Full Life product line. We've been able to develop 300,000 worldwide distributors who share the vision and the dreams that each one of us have, and they now have hope and a reason to find an opportunity to be able to achieve their goals, realize their dreams, and to achieve the visions that they have for them and their families. We've grown from a company that in the early days, in its first year of doing business, struggled to meet payroll from time to time, to a company that now provides orphanages, schools, and has provided literally millions of meals for underprivileged children all around the world. And as Mark mentioned, we've grown from a company that had its start in David and Bianca's Lizzie's living room to a company that now has offices in 22 countries around the world. We do business in over 60 countries around the world, and 75% of our sales now come from international markets around the world. This is a company whose first distributors were David's mother and Bianca's sister, and pretty humble beginnings, I would say. And we've now grown to a company, as Mark alluded to, that is now the 45th largest direct selling company in the entire world. Certainly a major accomplishment. Yeah, we've come a long ways these past 15 years, there's no question about that. Yet there's so much more that we have to look forward to and to accomplish still. We've been able to realize our dreams together and help others realize their dreams as well. But there are so many more lives out there that can be touched. And this building is a great example of the solid foundation upon which Full Life has been built, the great opportunity that we have to be able to support our distributors who sacrifice so much and are so dedicated to helping to fulfill Full Life's mission of together building people. I'm really grateful for the opportunity that I have of being a part of this company and look forward to many, many years of great success and seeing more and more people have the opportunity to change their lives as they embrace the Full Life opportunity and take advantage of the products, the opportunity, and the many benefits that Full Life has to offer to them. I appreciate each one of you being here today and look forward to having you enjoy the building today and to get a tour firsthand. It's beautiful. It turned out wonderfully. We're looking forward to being able to be a great support and asset to the many thousands of distributors around the world who embrace the Full Life opportunity and want to make a difference in people's lives. So thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to introduce one of the true champions of our industry. Senator Orrin Hatch was the bird dog, the sponsor, the writer, the person that made the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act of 1994 happen. We have a great debt that we owe Senator Hatch for the commitment and dedication he's had to the dietary supplement industry. This is a landmark piece of legislation for our industry that enables us to do business in the way that we are so that people can have access to supplements here in the United States. Senator Hatch has always been a great proponent of business here in Utah, a great supporter of Full Life, and a great friend of Full Life for many, many years. At this time, I'd like to introduce Senator Orrin Hatch, our senator from Utah for 36 years. Senator?
Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Steve. I appreciate the leadership that you're providing for this great company. And David and Bianca, to think what you've built with the help of all of these folks, it's pretty doggone impressive to me. As you know, we passed the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act back in 1994. It was not an easy bill to get through. And we have followed up continuously with regard to the interpretation of that bill. It took better than 10 years to do some of the things that we required under that bill. In other words, get FDA to do its job. And recently they did a particular printout on dietary ingredients. Senator Harkin, who is my partner on this bill in the Senate, he and I hauled in Margaret Hemberg from the FDA and met with her and made it very clear that we were very unhappy with what the original work of the FDA. She agreed to work with us and work with the industry to see what we can do to make sure that this industry prospers and is the best industry in the world. So we're very pleased that we were able to meet with her. I feel honored today to be here with our mayor. He's a great, great guy, Mayor Dolan. We appreciate the leadership you provide in a wide swath here in Salt Lake Valley. Honored to be with John Swallow. a wonderful fellow, and we've been friends all these years. And very honored to be with Jim Matheson. Jim's a very fine man and a very good person, and we're very close, and we work together jointly with our offices for the best of our state. But I'm really proud of David and Bianca. I think you guys have really done some miraculous things. By the way, I did take your products. I think they're pretty good, and I'm only 110 years old, so I don't look too bad. We have some great products, there's no question about it. We have the greatest dietary supplement industries in the state of Utah. It was only about a $500 million business back then when we passed Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. Today it's somewhere approaching $7 billion. It's a pretty big industry. A lot of people don't understand it. And you have a lot of enemies, there's no question about it. And a lot of these people who just want to wipe out dietary supplement industries for no good reason at all, in fact, very bad reasons. Let me just close by saying I'm honored to be with you. I appreciate all of you folks who make this company such a great company. And I just want to say God bless all of you and God bless America. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Senator Hatch. Appreciate it very much. You have contributed so greatly to this state, and we've had a chance as a family to know Senator Hatch and his wife for many decades, and it's been great. I hate to tell you, I helped with his early campaign, and I won't say when that was, because then you'll know how old I was then. Okay, I won't say that. I'm closing on that 110 too. Well, we are very, very happy to have Congressman Jim Matheson with us today. He has done great things for the state. He's in his 6th term, both in your 6th terms. That's pretty amazing. And he serves on the Energy and Commerce Committee in the United States Congress, does great things there, and amongst other things, they have the oversight for health care. We appreciate what he's done for the state. One thing that I have appreciated about him so much is not only does he focus on his job, but he focuses on individuals. My wife and daughter had the opportunity to interview him one time. They came home, they just couldn't stop saying good things about him. It was fabulous to have him work with them. We're so grateful to have you here today, Congressman Matheson.
Well, thank you so much. Just want to offer 3 quick thoughts today. First of all, this is a great American story. You hear the story about Dave and Bianca starting this business in their living room. This is what America's all about. And we should celebrate that. Our private sector model of opportunity in this country, this is one of the great examples of where people work hard, seize that opportunity, and create value. And when I say value, I don't just mean value for themselves, I mean value for our society. You know, as Senator Hatch said, this is a major industry. In fact, the supplement industry in Utah just surpassed tourism as the #1 industry in the state of Utah. And so when you're a congressman from Utah and you work on issues and you have a major industry in your state and you have a senator that helped write the legislation that helped make this industry go, you figure out where you want to be pretty quick. And you figure out that you got a lot of smart people who can help you be an advocate. And that's what I've learned on this job. And the senator and his staff have been wonderful resources for me in my office. Thank you. Appreciate that. I didn't know when I called out Senator Hatch he was going to get the train to agree and blow the horn there. I'm very impressed with this guy. See, but I just want to say, as a congressman from Utah, it's an honor to be able to represent the citizens of this state and, quite frankly, to represent the interests of this industry, because it's a special thing we have here. And in all the debate we've had over the last few years, this is my last point, about health care, one of the things we really want to think about with health care is taking actions that are preventive, that create better health for us at the front end. That's what For Life is about. That's what this industry is about. And again, we should embrace that and encourage that. And that ought to be more of the dialogue we've had in this country about health care. And as I said, it's a representative from Utah. It's something I'm proud to carry that message as best I can. So thank you for letting me join you for today's celebration. Congratulations to For Life. Wish you all the best in the future.
Appreciate it so much. Great job. Thank you, Congressman Matheson. Appreciate it so very much. Mayor, thanks for keeping the rain away. You know, we've all lived here, well, we've all been here in the offices for some time. We have seen incredible things happen in the city of Sandy. And Mayor Tom Dolan has been much of the spearhead for that. It's one of the better run cities in America. Great things are happening in Sandy, and the mayor just keeps telling me it's just the beginning. So Mayor Tom Dolan.
Senator, Congressman, John, my friend for many years, David and Bianca, it is my pleasure and my honor to be here today with you. I've sat across the freeway from you and watched you've grown, but the thoughts that I've had at knowing now the history of this corporation, this business, is fascinating to me. You know, there are a lot of people in this world that have great ideas. There's a lot of people that have great products. But very, very few people are the entrepreneurial spirit that pushes them through, makes them happen, and are the instruments behind making a great business for not only people in Sandy, but for people across the world. Entrepreneurialism is the heart and soul of this country and this state. And it's my congratulations to see you move into this new building and continue to grow. And anything I can ever do to support and help you, I'm there for you at any time. Congratulations on this day, and you'll notice the sky is clearing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor Dolan. We have so many distributors here, and we'd like to hear from all of them. We're just going to hear from two, so we don't freeze to death out here. But I first met these two people in Salt Lake City, of all places, because they were from Puerto Rico. They came, they didn't speak a lot of English, but they saw what For Life was about. They met David and Bianca, and they went back, and before we knew it, things started to happen in Puerto Rico. It was sales, and they built a great organization that extends around the world now. We'd like to ask Dr. Herminio Nevárez to address us today, and Deborah Hatch will interpret for him. Deborah Dixon. Oh, Deborah Hatch Dixon.
Muy buenos días a todos.
I wish you all a good day.
Es para mí un placer pues estar aquí presente con ustedes y poder compartir un poco.
It's a pleasure for me to be with all of you and spend a little bit of time with you.
He crecido y he nacido con esta compañía durante 12 años y medio que llevamos en este proyecto.
I was born and have grown quite a lot in the 12 years that I've been with this project.
Y le puedo decir que todo comenzó con una visión de una pareja en su hogar.
And I want you to know that all of this began with the vision of a couple in their home.
Y siempre la visión es dada por Dios. Dios puso la visión en el corazón de David y Bianca.
And we know that visions come from God. God places that vision in the hearts of David and Bianca.
Y esa visión se ha expandido al mundo completo.
And that vision has now expanded throughout the globe.
Hoy en día miles y miles de familias ponen un mejor pan sobre la mesa de su casa gracias a esta oportunidad.
Nowadays, thousands and thousands of families are able to put better food on their table thanks to this opportunity.
Y esa es la oportunidad que nos ha brindado For Life.
And this opportunity is what For Life has brought to us.
Una oportunidad de ser los creadores de nuestro propio ingreso.
The opportunity to be the creators of our own income.
Una oportunidad de poder darle un mejor estilo de vida a la familia.
The opportunity to provide a better lifestyle for our families.
Una oportunidad que no solamente va a la parte económica, sino que hay algo más.
And this opportunity doesn't just lend itself to the economic parts of it. There's so much more than that.
Esta oportunidad ha trascendido las fronteras,
This opportunity transcends all borders.
ha trascendido nacionalidades,
It transcends all nationalities,
ideologías políticas, religiosas,
It transcends political and religious ideologies,
y nos ha unido a todos como una gran familia.
and it has united us as a big family.
Todos los días y todas las noches, miles de familias alrededor del mundo le dan gracias a For Life.
Every morning and every evening, thousands of families around the world thank God for Life.
Y cuando le dan las gracias a For Life, le están dando las gracias a cada uno de ustedes que representa esta compañía.
And when they are thankful for Life, what they're actually doing is thanking each and every one of you that represent Life.
Familias que a través de esta oportunidad han creado un núcleo de principios y valores.
Families which, thanks to this opportunity, have been able to create a nucleus of principles and values.
Porque eso es lo que David y Bianca quisieron para cuando trajeron esta oportunidad.
Because that is exactly what David and Bianca wanted when they brought this opportunity.
Una oportunidad centrada en principios como el valor del ser humano,
An opportunity that is centered on the idea of the value of the human being,
el valor de la igualdad,
the value of equality,
el valor de la libertad
the value of liberty,
y el valor del amor.
and the value of love.
Cuando tú unes esos valores, el potencial de alcance no tiene límites.
When you take all those elements and bring them together, the possibilities are endless.
Por eso sé que esto solo es el comienzo.
That's why I know that this is just the beginning.
En los próximos 20, 40 años se seguirá hablando de esta compañía
In the next 20 and 40 years, you'll still hear people talking about this
como
company.
una compañía que transformó la vida de millones de personas
The company that transformed the lives of millions of people
a poder vivir un futuro mejor.
to have a brighter future.
Gracias.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deborah Dixon. Thank you, Herminio, and thank you, Deborah Dixon. Herminio and Yadira have done great jobs, as have so many of our distributor leaders, and we appreciate them very much. This next gentleman, he is one of the first distributors that I met in For-Life Research, a medical doctor, great experience in medicine, and he saw transfer factor and the importance of it and came early on to talk to David and Bianca. And he is an indication, just like Herminio, we have distributors from all over the world. They speak different languages. Herminio speaks Spanish, and he speaks a lot more English than he lets you know. Dr. Rob speaks Kentuckian, but you can understand it very well, those of you who are English speakers. Dr. Robert Robertson, Jr.
Wow, it's wonderful to be here today. And can you understand me? I'll speak as Kentuckian as I can. It's wonderful to be on the speakers list with such distinguished guests as we have here, the Mayor, Tom Dolan, Congressman Matheson, the future not assistant, you're now the Assistant Attorney General, right? And the future Attorney General of Utah, willing. How can a guy from Kentucky make that prediction? I don't know, but I've heard great things about you. And of course, John Swallow is going to be the next Attorney General in the state of Utah. And of course, Senator Orrin Hatch. And on behalf of all the distributors worldwide, we want to thank you for your support of this industry, because we know that we wouldn't be here without the support of Senator Hatch. My first visit to meet with Bianca and David Lisby was in December of 1997, and I was picked up at the Salt Lake City Airport by Bruce Red, who's here today, and by Nolan Butters, who's also here. And I was taken to the Lisby's beautiful home in Orem. And we met in their great room, which has a large fireplace. And in the stonework was chiseled two words, a phrase, credendo vitas. And I wrote that down, C-R-E-D-E-N-D-O-V-I-D-E-S, credendo vitas. And again, being from Kentucky, we don't speak a lot of Latin. So I went home and I looked it up, and I found out that credendo vitas means to see, not to see, but to believe is to see. And most people see and then they believe, but to believe is to see what credendo vitas is interpreted as. Later, at one of the first conventions, I was awarded the Credendo Vitas Award, and it's one of my most cherished possessions. And I've often reflected on exactly what credendo vitas really means and the role that the phrase played as Bianca and David built For Life Research into what it has become today. Because as I said, everyone can see and then believe what they have seen. But it takes the true visionary who could first believe in something and with such conviction that they can literally will it to become reality. Bianca and David believed that they could obtain the licensing for transfer factor. They believed they could rent a small office and warehouse in Orem in 1997 and launch For Life as a company. They believed they could merge with and absorb ShapeRite in the year 2000 and move into the magnificent headquarters that we see next door here in Sandy. Bianca and David believed that For Life Research could become an international company with offices in over 22 countries and doing business now in innumerable companies, but at least 60. Bianca and David believed that they could attract a man of such character and ability as Steve Tew to be president of For Life. They believed that they could attract also the most talented, industrious, and loyal employees, many of whom are here now, who staff the home office and who also staff the multiple international offices. Bianca and David believed that they could start a charitable foundation, the Foundation for Life, which has benefited tens of thousands of the less fortunate around the world. So the dedication of this South building is really just a continuation and a manifestation of Bianca and David's belief, of their motto, credendo vitas, to believe is to see. And as Bianca and David and each of you associated with For Life have built this great company, you have allowed us, the distributors, to share in your vision. Every day, my family members and I give thanks for that first meeting in December of 1997, for we also believed. And now we continue to see our dreams from those first days become not just hopes and visions, but realities beyond which we could ever have imagined. And thanks to each of you, the employees here, for what you've done in the past, for what you are doing today, and for what you will continue to do in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Rob. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to cut the ribbon. I would like to invite David and Bianca, Senator Hatch, Congressman Matheson, Attorney General Swallow, Mayor Dolan, Steve and Sherma, Yadira and Herminio, Bonnie and Gabby to come forward. These are your scissors. Couples have to share. Yes, please go to the other far side. Ken, I need everybody here to help me with the countdown as soon as we get ready. Wait, Gabby, do you want to come over here? Thanks. Okay, everybody get their piece of ribbon. This is thick ribbon. Good luck. Okay, everybody, 3, 2, 1, cut. Now I would like to ask David and Bianca to join me here. I'll take the scissors if you'd like, Bianca. I don't want you to have those hurt me. Okay?
Thank you all. You're just moments away from warmth, I promise you. It's just been such a dream come true to be able to share this moment with our dignitaries, our friends, and all of you. Mention was made of starting in our living room, and thinking back, I was just marveling how this is a lot nicer than our living room, a lot bigger. It was scary in those first days especially, and it's interesting when you take a risk and go forward with something, if it works, you're considered brilliant. If it doesn't, you're a fool. And I know so well that oftentimes it can so easily go one way or the other. But I know with all my heart that the difference was that we were surrounded by brilliant people. And as great as this building is, we know that the heart and strength of For Life is people. And the people here today who have shared our passion and vision for together building people. And because of that, together we're also building buildings. And we're so thankful for the opportunity to go forward with all of you in this great mission that we share. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bianca. Thank you all. It is such a pleasure to have, and we're such an honor to have all of you here today. Senator, Congressman, John Swallow, Mayor. It's really, truly great. Bruce Red, who's here with us today, is semi-retired, but we're so grateful for the work that you did in the beginning of our company as well. Grateful to have you here. And our wonderful platinum distributors. Herminio, thank you for your inspiring speech and your inspiring life. We appreciate that. And you know, I didn't realize that there'd be so much mention of us here in this dedication of the building. And it's a little embarrassing. We're honored by it, but the truth is we could never do this alone. We could never have built a company like this alone. And we truly believe we have the best distributors in the world and the greatest employees. We're grateful to be in this wonderful state where entrepreneurism and freedom is valued, and where the values of the people in our state transcend to our company as well. We're grateful for all of you who are vendors and others who have helped contribute. There are so many of you, and we're very, very thankful. Something was mentioned about the very beginning and how difficult it was. It was hard. We didn't make money for several months, and we had struggled to make payroll. And I remember one day Bruce was there, and Nolan and a few others, and we were talking about, should we even continue this? It's so difficult. And I remember Bianca standing up in that room. And she said, we're going to continue this. We're going to be successful if I have to sell this product myself on the street corner. And it just, that moment was a turning point for all of us. And we knew we were going to be successful, and we weren't going to give up. We had a wonderful product, we had great people. And Bianca, I want to thank you for your great inspiration and support.
I didn't have to go on the street corner, thank you.
So, thank you all, we love you, appreciate it very much, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Bianca and David, Steve, everybody who's spoken and been here with us today.